Am I the a-hole for not asking my wife if she wanted McDonald's? Settle an argument. I, 29M, and my wife, 29F, are in the middle of a cross-country move. As such, we are stopping at lots of gas stations for fuel, food, and drink. Today, we stopped at a combo gas station McDonald's. While my wife was filling up the car, I went to go use the bathroom and grab a snack. I asked her, "Do you want anything?" To which she responded, "No." I ended up buying a sausage egg McMuffin from the McDonald's, because why not? As we left the station and she saw my McMuffin, she angrily declared that I should have specifically asked if she wanted anything from McDonald's. I believe that when I posed the initial question that the entire facility of food and beverages were included in that ask, but she believes I should have specified. She is now angry and this car ride sucks. Am I the a-hole? Not the a-hole. As a longtime user of Reddit, I can tell you the only solution is to leave your wife forever. She is obviously cheating on you and is just angry because her other man would have known to get her a sausage egg McMuffin. Also, your child definitely isn't your child. DNA will prove that. She most likely slept with your brother also. She is financially abusing you and forcing you to buy her gifts like McDonald's. That is why she got mad, so in the future you will just automatically buy her things. She is a total manipulator. Next, she will likely pressure you to sell your kidney in some foreign country just so she can get a few bucks spending money. OP, you really need to get out while you can and forget your losses. This woman is backcrap crazy and will continue to abuse you financially, mentally, and intimately. She probably already has been stealing your spunk when you were not aware so she can get pregnant and trap you into payments. Look at the red flags in her OP. Get out now.
Am I the a-hole for moving me and my newborn into the RV after my mother-in-law and husband tried giving it away? I'm feeling incredibly grossed out, so maybe this is my hormones talking. I just gave birth a couple weeks ago. Back in March, my husband and I bought an RV for $2,500 that needed new floors, some patchwork on the roof, around the skylight, windows, and some updated appliances. All summer we worked on the RV and sunk in over $4,000. The only thing left to complete is updated appliances, but it's not a necessity. Obviously, since we just had our baby though, that's being put on hold, but we still intended on having it completed by next summer so we could go camping and traveling around for a few months. That's why we got the RV to begin with. Now, my husband's sister Jamie, 38, is having marital problems apparently, and, for whatever reason, my mother-in-law thought it would be okay to tell Jamie she could have our RV, since we aren't using it anyways. We are in no contact with Jamie following her running her mouth about us to the rest of the family because I refused to watch her dog for free anymore because I was heavily pregnant and her dog is a big, untrained nuisance. We haven't spoken to Jamie in at least 3 months. We went 100% no contact when we found out that she was heavily trashing our names. So why mother-in-law would give our stuff to Jamie baffles me on many levels. Therefore, when mother-in-law came here and said I told Jamie she could have your RV because she needs to get out of her house, we already have renovation plans for the camper. I was pissed. I asked her why she would give away crap that isn't hers and why she would think this was acceptable. She pulled the family helps family and pay it forward talk, and much to my surprise, my husband said whatever, she already freaking told my sister she could have it and maybe it's good karma. He was pissed but still agreed to just give it away. I basically told them both to go frick themselves because I worked hard on this RV all summer, while uncomfortable and pregnant, and I will be damned it's given away to a no-contact family member, right from under my nose without even asking. My husband told his mom he would bring the RV to his sisters within the week. Without doing much thinking at all honestly, I packed up me and the baby and moved us into the RV. I'm not okay with giving away the RV and they both know it, so I took the extreme route. My husband says I'm being overdramatic and that we can just get another RV eventually. We can't afford to buy a new one come camping season. Am I the a-hole?
Am I the a-hole for calling my best friend creepy for sleeping with my little sister? Hi Reddit, I'm honestly at a loss right now and need some outsider perspective. So, my 27F parents died in a car accident a few months ago and now my sister, Lily, 18F, is staying with me at my apartment. I love having Lily here. I didn't get to see her as much after I moved to the city where we're currently living and my job. It was much smoother transition than I expected. I reintroduced her to my best friend, Cole, 27M, almost right away and they seemed to get along fairly well. My sister's birthday was in July and the night after it, she went to a new 18+ club that opened in our area. I didn't think much of it and just wanted her to be safe. After that night, Lily seemed more stressed, and I assumed it was because of her first year at college coming up. She's taking online courses for the first year, and just tried to give her advice on how to handle it. Yesterday after Cole came over to drop off some brownies he had baked, my sister came up to me with tears in her eyes and admitted that she had bumped into Cole on the night after her birthday and they ended up sleeping together. I was shocked, but from how sad and ashamed Lily seemed, I asked if Cole had taken advantage of her. Lily said no, and that it was 100% consensual, but Cole asked her to keep it a secret. Lily didn't want to stress me out, and was afraid of me being mad at her, but she couldn't hold it in any longer. After reassuring Lily that I wasn't mad at her and that she was completely right for telling me, I went to my room and angrily called Cole. I yelled at him over the phone and told him how creepy it was that he fricked my freshly 18-year-old sister and that he was way too old to be messing around with girls her age. We went back and forth for a bit before finally hanging up, and I went back to talking to Lily about this. Cole told his family and our mutual friends what happened. During the night and even this morning, I've been bombarded with texts from them saying that I was a jerk for calling Cole creepy and that since it was a consensual intimate encounter, with Lily being of age, it shouldn't matter. I haven't shown Lily the texts. I don't want to make her feel worse than she already is. With how consistent everyone has been with calling me an a-hole, I'm wondering if I really am. So, am I the a-hole? Edit. Yeah, I realized I made it sound like Cole and Lily only met after our parents' death, but she has known him before. Granted, they didn't talk much to my knowledge back then since she was a kid, and I didn't include her in what I was doing very often. Update, am I the a-hole for calling my best friend creepy for sleeping with my little sister? Hey Reddit, these past 4 days have been busy, but I'm back with an update. To start off with, I ended up talking to Lily about what happened that night, and she ended up revealing that shortly after I reintroduced Cole to her, he began texting her, saying he wanted to help her grieve. Lily had told Cole about her plan to go to that club, and by the time Cole had shown up, she was decently tipsy. Lily had woken up in Cole's bed the next morning, and after he had woken up too, he told my sister to lie about what happened by saying she was at a friend's house because I would consider it to be a betrayal of my trust if I knew they slept together. After further discussion, Lily and I decided that grief counseling was best for her. Lily said that she regretted not getting it at the start because to her, that's what started this. As for Cole's family and our friends, I decided to ask them what they were told in 2 separate group chats. I was freaking right that he didn't tell them what actually happened. Both his family were under the impression that Cole and Lily had told me already what happened at first, and that I seemed okay with it, but when Lily wanted to talk further, I blew up on him out of blue. I told them what actually happened, and while Cole's family seemed hesitant to believe me, they said that they would talk to Cole. As for our friends, they believed me, and while some apologized, some were saying that it shouldn't have been an issue in the first place because my sister was legal, so I had to drop those people. I've blocked Cole, and I haven't confronted him further, but I'm preparing myself for the worst when I do. Also, to clarify some things, I'm a woman first of all, and second for all, I don't think Cole had ever romantically liked me the past 15 years of us being friends. There just hasn't been any sign of that, but then again, this proves that I don't know him as well as I thought, so IDK. Thank you all for the advice, and I'll update you again if anything more comes out of this. Am I the a-hole for telling my wife she isn't doing enough to confront her coworker? My wife and I have been married for 7 years. We are in our early 30s. She rejoined work a few months ago after maternity leave and has a new coworker on her team. She immediately thought he was weird and tried to keep her distance, but he was pushy. Over the past couple of months, he started flirting with her, complimenting the way she dresses, says things like the view from my desk is fantastic while looking at her. I want to be clear that I 100% trust my wife, but she's getting upset about his comments. I told her to go speak to HR or to speak to this guy directly and tell him to stop, but she keeps making excuses. I got pretty upset at her and told her it's clearly affecting her, and it's annoying she isn't doing something to address it. She says I'm an a-hole for getting upset at her without understanding why she can't do it. What do I do? Am I the a-hole? Am I the a-hole for telling my sister-in-law that I won't waste my time with her daughter? I teach painting. Recently I found out that my niece has an amazing talent in painting, and she also loves it, so I suggested I could teach her. She said that she would love that, but their parents asked them to pay for anything unnecessary from their own pocket money, and she can't afford it. I told her that she doesn't have to pay, and she agreed to let me teach her. A few days ago, my brother's stepdaughter contacted me and asked if I will teach her how to paint as well. I asked her to send me some of her paintings, and well, let's say she is worse than a little kid. The paintings were just bad, but whatever, I teach anyone with any level. So, I told her the price and she said she can't afford it, and I told her to ask her parents to pay. A few minutes later, sister-in-law called angry about why her child has to pay while I teach my niece for free. I told her that my niece is an amazing artist, and it would be such a waste of talent if no one helped her, so I'm using my free time to teach her, but her daughter simply doesn't have talent, so I'm not going to waste my time with her. She called me a jerk and hung up the phone. I teach any level for money, it's my job, I didn't open a charity. So, am I the a-hole?